It's a widely held belief that liver damage is primarily caused by alcohol, and while excessive drinking is undeniably harmful, it's far from the only threat the liver faces. In truth, the modern liver is under daily assault from a range of substances that are often considered benign, or even healthy. Medications, sugar, and processed foods can be just as damaging to liver cells as alcohol, especially when exposure is chronic or combined. The problem is that these threats are largely invisible. They don't come with a warning label, and they're rarely acknowledged in everyday health advice. As a result, many people who avoid alcohol entirely still find themselves developing liver issues, unaware that they've been consuming hepatotoxins all along. One of the most overlooked dangers is acetaminophen, also known as paracetamol or by the brand name Tylenol. This over-the-counter painkiller is responsible for more cases of acute liver failure in the developed world than any other drug. When taken in large doses, or even at normal doses for people with underlying liver stress, it depletes glutathione, the liver's primary antioxidant defense. Without sufficient glutathione, toxic metabolites accumulate, leading to rapid liver cell death. The danger is compounded by the fact that acetaminophen is often included in combination medications for colds, flu, and sleep, leading people to unknowingly exceed the safe daily limit. But medications are just one piece of the picture. Processed foods, particularly those high in sugar and industrial fats, may be even more damaging in the long term. Fructose, commonly found in high fructose corn syrup and many sweetened beverages, is metabolized almost exclusively by the liver. In large quantities, it overwhelms the liver's metabolic capacity, promoting fat accumulation and inflammation, hallmarks of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Unlike glucose, which can be used by nearly every cell in the body, fructose dumps its burden squarely on the liver, forcing it to either burn it for energy, convert it into fat, or store it as glycogen. Excess fructose has been shown in numerous studies to mimic the liver-damaging effects of alcohol, even in people who don't drink. Trans fats, once common in margarine, baked goods, and fast food, are another major offender. Although increasingly restricted by food regulations, they still appear in ultra-processed snacks and frozen meals. These artificial fats are not only inflammatory, they alter cell membrane function and impair the liver's ability to regulate fat metabolism. Over time, this leads to steatosis, fat buildup, oxidative stress, and eventually fibrosis. Even without visible symptoms, these molecular changes slowly degrade liver function, making it more vulnerable to other toxins and stressors. What makes these threats particularly insidious is how normalized they are. Few people hesitate to take a painkiller for a headache or consume sugary snacks throughout the day. And because these habits don't cause immediate discomfort or visible damage, they fly under the radar for years. The result is a rising global epidemic of silent liver dysfunction, driven not by alcohol abuse, but by everyday exposures that are culturally accepted and medically underacknowledged. This is why liver health must be viewed through a broader lens. Avoiding alcohol is wise, but it's only one part of the equation. The real danger comes from the cumulative impact of multiple low-level exposures: sugar-laden drinks, highly processed meals, frequent use of medications, and nutrient-depleted diets. Each one chips away at the liver's resilience, depleting its resources and increasing its vulnerability to disease. Fortunately, the liver's incredible regenerative capacity means that much of this damage can be reversed if caught in time. Reducing or eliminating sugary drinks, limiting processed foods, choosing whole ingredients, and being cautious with over-the-counter medications can dramatically reduce liver stress. Supporting liver detoxification with nutrients like glutathione and acetylcysteine, NAC, choline, B vitamins, and milk thistle can further enhance recovery. Even modest lifestyle improvements, more fiber, more hydration, more movement, can begin to shift liver chemistry in a positive direction. Ultimately, it's not just about avoiding alcohol. It's about respecting the liver's daily workload and making choices that reduce its hidden burdens. By expanding our understanding of what harms the liver and recognizing that many of these harms are wrapped in the familiar packaging of daily life, we empower ourselves to prevent disease before it takes hold. The liver doesn't just need protection from obvious toxins, it needs protection from the quiet, everyday substances we too often take for granted.